What's going on, guys? We're back today with episode 7 of the I Rate Your Team series. So basically in this series, you guys send me your teams and I critique them and give you some improvements maybe you can make to your team. If you are interested in sending me your team, I'll leave a link for the Discord down in the description below. There's a channel in the Discord called Madden Teams. You go right there, upload your screenshots of your team. The higher quality the picture, the higher chance you have of being in the video. So preferably just screenshots right off the console are probably the best. Much better than taking a picture with like your iPhone or something like that. But if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We post daily Madden content. And yeah, that's enough talking. Let's just go ahead and hop right into it. Alright, so the first team today was sent in from Scrib. He's rocking 4 gold 99 offensive linemen and Braden Smith. So as far as your right tackle position goes, if I were you, I'd go buy Lane Johnson's power up and all his other cards right now. Go ahead and power him up. Wait for Lane Johnson's next upgrade because his next upgrade will be the best offensive lineman in this game. So I don't know if he'll get a power up expansion or if he'll come out in a future promo if we even have another promo this year. But I can guarantee you that Lane Johnson will get an upgrade somehow this year. So if I were you, I would definitely try to get a Lane Johnson on your team. His best card right now is the Super Bowl one. So go ahead and get that card. Honestly, if you wanted to, that card could start in your team. The card's still really good. He has like 80 speed. Actually, probably like mid 80 speed. Great run blocker. The card's super good. But I like your tight end. I'm guessing that's 99 Shannon Sharp at backup. Even if it's not, Shannon Sharp's still a very good card. Randy Moss, Torrey Holt, Michael Irvin. So if I were you, I'd try to get rid of Torrey Holt. Torrey Holt just doesn't play that well for me. Maybe try to get a guy like Odell, AJ Green. Terrell Owens is also nasty too. So there are definitely a lot of better options you can get for wide receiver 3. Get ready for Larry Fitzgerald's next upgrade as well because that's coming too. Or also DeAndre Hopkins as well. And who else? Yeah, that's probably it as far as like future upgrades go. But yeah, Torrey Holt could definitely be upgraded. Running back, Golden Ticket Bo, you can't go wrong. Quarterback, Golden Ticket RG, can't go wrong. I like the Okoye 96. Okoye 96 is still a super good fullback. Alright, so on defense, we're rocking Ronnie Lott, Jadeveon Clowney, Patrick Willis, Ted Hendricks, Taylor Mays. Okay, so I like Taylor Mays. I like Ronnie Lott at safety. Linebacking core is very solid. Very solid linebackers. Jadeveon, Shaz, Willis, and Hendricks. Super good. And also you got Bobby Bell there for coverage, I'm guessing. And same with Isaiah Simmons, also there for coverage as well. Very well-rounded at middle linebacker. Actually, just a really perfectly put-together middle linebacker core. Cornerback, okay, Champ, Byron, Dion. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And it looks like you're rocking some kind of like little Niners team because you got Ronnie, you got Clowney, you got Byron, you got Taylor Mays, you got Dion. Yeah, this team's really solid, bro. Even up front, you have some great players. Julius Peppers, Vita Vea. Damn, bro, this team's really solid. If I were you, I wouldn't touch the defense for now. But on offense, you could definitely upgrade from that Torrey Holt and Braden Smith as well. That's about it, though. Other than that, this team is absolutely beautiful. All right, the next team we're looking at was sent in from Kiolni, something like that. Very weird name. I can't really pronounce it, but he's got Joe Thomas, Randall McDaniel, Ronnie Hudson, Larry Little, and Dan Deerdorf. Okay, so I rocked Ronnie Hudson for a while. I tried to tell myself that he was good, but this card's absolutely terrible, bro. This card is just really not good. You could definitely find better than Ronnie Hudson at center. I don't know if you like to pass a lot, but if you like to run, Ronnie Hudson's just a terrible option. But we got Darren Waller, George Kittle. George Kittle's great for run block. Waller, obviously big, fast. Card super good. Randy Moss, Odell, CeeDee Lamb. I actually do like this. I do like these receivers. CeeDee Lamb's all right with 95 speed, but actually the card's not bad. The card's not terrible. All his other stats besides his speeder is absolutely disgusting. So CeeDee Lamb's actually a pretty good card. I might try to get him for next year, like as far as like a rookie premier goes this year. So I have him for next year, but we will see how that goes. But we have Corey Schlesinger at fullback. Walter Payton, RG3. Can't go wrong there. All right, on defense, we're rocking Calvin Johnson and Taylor Mays at safety. Obviously, two of the best safeties you can probably get in this game besides maybe Sean Taylor. But, yeah, dude, these safeties are nasty. I'm guessing you run Tillman in sub linebacker maybe, or he comes in when you run Taylor Mays at sub linebacker. I'm not sure what you do there, but LT, Navarre Bowman, and Shaz and Kevin Green, super good there. If I were you, I'd try to, I don't know how you run your scheme, but if I were you, I'd probably try to get at least one coverage linebacker, maybe like Isaiah Simmons or Bobby Bell, like the last guy had. But there are definitely some decent coverage linebacker options out there. So maybe just get one coverage linebacker, just in case. I mean, outside linebacker, like one coverage outside linebacker, just in case you need that coverage out there on the field. Could be very helpful. Byron Jones, Charles Tillman, Night Train Lane. I actually do like these corners. Charles Tillman's actually super good. Charles Tillman is really damn good just because of how big he is, and he gets really good strip animations as well. Because like Charles Tillman was always known for that, like what they call the peanut punch or something like that. So he's a very good at forcing fumbles in real life, and they somehow translate that into this game because the dude makes plays, he causes fumbles. The card is super, super amazing. But we got Deacon Jones, Warren Sapp, Eddie Goldman, and Ed Too Tall. Okay, so your ends could be improved, and I don't think I like this Eddie Goldman card. I remember looking at his stats and thinking, damn, this card is just not good. But Warren Sapp, one of the best defensive tackles in the game, can't go wrong there. But Deacon Jones, Ed Too Tall, and Eddie Goldman can be upgraded in my opinion. There are definitely some better options out there for those positions, man. All right, so now we got Isaiah's team. He's also rocking Joe Thomas, Joe Thuney, Jensen, Larry Little, Ryan Ramczyk. Jensen's another one of those centers that I didn't really like that much. That was my personal experience with the card, but I actually have heard this card has played pretty well for some people. So if he plays well for you, I guess stick with him. But for me, Ryan Jensen just didn't play well. But Ramczyk's good. The offensive line looks really solid, man. Evan Ingram, can't go wrong there. George Kittle there for the run block. Vernon Davis. You run a 49er team? Yeah, I think you do. You have a lot of Niners on your team, so maybe that's why you have Vernon Davis there. Yeah, I think you do, because you have Larry Allen, you got McGlinchey. Yeah, I think you're running a 49ers team, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. At receiver, we got Randy Moss, Michael Irvin, and Terrell Owens. That right there is 3 of the top 4 wide receivers in this game, all on one team. So your receiving core is absolutely glitchy. Couldn't have put it together better myself. We got Bojack, and we got Saquon there. 2 super good running backs. We got RG3. Can't go wrong there with a Golden State quarterback, and we got Okoye there. In my opinion, still the best fullback in the game. Actually, that Franco Harris card isn't bad though. That Franco Harris card is not that bad, but he's more of a running back in my opinion. But Franco Harris, that card is not terrible. All right, so on defense we got Calvin Johnson and Sean Taylor. I'm guessing that no, that is goal 99 Sean T. He's got goal 99 Sean T at strong safety, so that's why his overall goes down. But so he can boost back up to 99. So if you are trying to achieve 99 overall, you still can put Sean Taylor at strong safety. That's interesting. But we got Clowney, we got LT, we got Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman. Your middle line, your linebackers are absolutely beautiful with Shaz, Fred Warner, all really, really good players. Yeah, and you are still continuing the 49ers team with 99 Bosa, Armstead, D Ford. I think I like Buckner more than Armstead though, just because of the finesse moves. But I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. They're both really good cards, and maybe you don't even run maybe you don't even run your backup defensive tackles. So I don't know. But yeah, we got D Ford. Yeah, and you have all the backup guys there too. Corners are super good. Byron Jones, Deion Sanders, Richard Sherman. I have not seen a Sherman in a while. Is Sherman still playing glitchy for people? I would, if I were you, I'd definitely put Deion where Sherman is, in my opinion. I think Deion's one of the best corners in the game at any point of the year, just because of how good his animations are and how glitchy EA makes all Deion cards. If I were you, I'd probably move Deion there. I don't know. Maybe that's just what I would do, because I just know how good Deion plays for me. But other than that, man, you really, really solid team. Very, very solid team. Definitely have a lot of playmakers on offense and defense. All right, so the next team here was sent in from Gavin. He's rocking Andrew Thomas, Randall McDaniel, Dwight Stevenson, Larry Little, and Tristan Wirfs. Yeah, this offensive line is really good. I like every single one of these players on the offensive line. I've used all these cards, know how good all these cards play. Your offensive line is actually endgame in my opinion. Maybe if you wanted to, you could go and get Andrew Thomas an upgrade, just because if you want to achieve that 99 offense, you're going to need to get someone different than Andrew Thomas just because he is a 98. Or find out a way you can boost Andrew Thomas. That could also help you out maybe. But Andrew Thomas is a really good card if you don't care about your 99 overall or whatever. I know some people do care about that, so that's why I said that. But Rob Gronkowski, Demi, Shannon Sharp also good as well. Very good tight ends. Side receiver, we got Michael Irvin, Torrey Holt, and Randy Moss. So I like the first 2 receivers, but Torrey Holt's just got to go. Like I said earlier, there are definitely better options in this game than Torrey Holt on the auction house right now. And it looks like you have a lot of coins too, so go out there and splurge. Maybe wait for that Larry Fitzgerald or that DeAndre Hopkins card, because it is coming at some point. So yeah, we got Walter Payton, Dijon, and Vita Vea. Love the running backs. Love Vita. Love Dijon. And I love Walter Payton as well. Lamar Jackson, Golden State quarterback, so I can't really complain. And we're rocking Patrick Ricard. That's ugly. Get rid of Ricard. Ricard's not a good fullback. Ricard's just not a good fullback. If I were you, I'd go get Okoye, Franco Harris, use Check. I'd rather see those 3 fullbacks before I see a Ricard on my field. Honestly, I think I'd rather see the fullback Eric Dickerson on my field before I see Patrick Ricard on my field. So, yeah, definitely gotta upgrade your fullback. But okay, on defense, we got 99 Sean T, a huge W. Taylor Mays and Sean T together on the same field is actually terrifying. Middle linebacker, we got Clowney, Shaz, Lanier, and Hendricks. Pretty good there. I'm guessing you're running like 96 Patrick Willis maybe, because that's why you have him at backup right outside, left outside, and middle linebacker. So I like your linebackers. Corners, we got Tillman, Okudah, and Night Train. 3 super good corners. Okudah does sell me a lot, though. For some reason, Okudah does sell me a lot. Maybe I'm just unlucky, but Okudah does sell me. I had Okudah. I had Okudah at my cornerback too, but I had to put Dion back just because Okudah just kept selling me, bro. It was crazy. But we got Bruce Smith, Darnell Dockett, Warren Sapp, and Michael Strahan. Yeah, this team's really solid, man. The only thing I probably would upgrade is on offense with Torrey Holt and Patrick Ricard. That's probably about it, honestly. All right, so the next team here was sent in from DB_123, and he's rocking Joe Thomas, Joe Thuney, Dwight Stevenson, Larry Little, Ryan Ramczyk. So nothing special there. Just another endgame offensive line. Everyone's teams are so damn good. I gotta say that everyone's teams are so damn good. When I made like episode 1 of this series, there were a lot of terrible teams that were sent in, but like every single team that I'm seeing now are just absolute god squad. So I guess shout out to everyone who's been grinding this game still and still trying to put the time in to make their team better. So yeah, but he's got Gronk, Waller, Antonio Gates, 3 great tight ends. AP and Robert Griffin. I actually do like AP. AP's not bad. I feel like I kind of disrespected AP, but AP's actually very good. AP's actually very, very solid. But RG3, AP, super good. Running back, quarterback combo there. Oh, we got T.O., Randy Moss, and Julio Jones. Again, those are 3 of the 4 best receivers in Madden 20. I just kind of wish you had Irvin somewhere, because I think Irvin's better than all 3 of these guys, in my opinion. But that could be a little biased, because Irvin just plays out of his mind for me. But I do like John Brown there and Torrey Holt. Honestly, at this point, just take Torrey Holt out of the lineup. Just take him out. He doesn't even deserve a spot. He doesn't even deserve a spot on the team, in my opinion. But head over to defense. Calvin and Taylor Mays, 2 great safeties. Lawrence Taylor, Ted Hendricks, great outside linebackers. With Bradley Chubb, who's also a 99 overall, I believe. With Patrick Willis, Lamar Bowman. Those 2 together is definitely a very common combination for middle linebackers, just because they are both Niners. And I can't really tell if you run a Niners team. You might run some Niners people, because you have a couple Niners on offense. You got T.O., you got Randy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I were you, maybe you put your put 49ers chems on Thuney too, and maybe throw some backup 49ers on there. You could definitely boost your Taylor Mays and your Willis and your Navarro just by adding some backup 49ers players as well. So and maybe get rid of Bradley Chubb and add like Fred Warner or guys like that if you really wanted to, just so you get more like 49ers and you get like more stat boosts that way. I'm liking Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey best corner in the game, in my opinion, still. Jalen Ramsey's absolutely ridiculous. He has Deion's animations, if not better, and he doesn't have a weak spot anywhere in his stats. There's no weak spots anywhere in his stats. If you look at that card's absolutely disgusting. But yeah, Mike Evans too. I mean, 6'5" corner with 97 speed. Card's a glitch. But yeah, up front we got Strahan, Mean Joe, Alan Page, and Myles Garrett. Can't go wrong up front either. I am messing with that Alan Page card art though. That dude's looking like an absolute demon in that picture. I can't even lie. All right, so the next team here was sent in from It's Ya Boy Hey. I think that's how you say that name. I'm not really sure. It's like all capital letters and really confusing. But he got Larry Tunsil, Norwell, Ronnie Hudson, Brandon Sheriff, and Braden Smith. Okay, so this offensive line definitely needs upgrades. I know they have I know all these guys are high overalls, but that doesn't always mean that their stats are good. I know for a fact that Larry Tunsil, he's one of those cards that's a 98 overall, but the card plays absolutely terrible. So if I were you, I'd move away from Larry Tunsil. Probably Norwell as well, honestly. Probably Ronnie Hudson too. Sheriff isn't terrible, but Braden Smith too. I mean, the offensive line definitely could use some work. But you do have Evan Ingram and Mark Andrews. So I do like Evan Ingram. Mark Andrews is he's not the best option at backup tight end, but Mark Andrews is not terrible. But we got Randy Moss and Michael Irvin, two of the best receivers in this game, in my opinion. If I were you, I'd move DJ Moore right there, put Torrey Holt at 3. Honestly, put Burleson before Torrey Holt as well. Burleson's actually better than Torrey Holt, but DJ Moore is definitely better than Torrey Holt, so definitely move DJ Moore up. But I do like your receiving core a lot. I like Corey Schlesinger. Lamar Jackson going to take a quarterback, can't complain. We got Walter Payton, and I guess we're waiting for a Bo Jackson upgrade. I don't think we're gonna get a Bo Jackson upgrade this year, but it is still possible. You never know. But yeah, on defense, actually no, on offense though, just remember you gotta upgrade the offensive line. Like I said, I know they are high overalls, but that does not always mean that the cards play well. All right, so on defense, we got Brian Dawkins and Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams does make me tear up a little bit, but Jamal Adams is just an amazing safety in this game. Card plays absolutely ridiculous, way above what his stats say. Jamal plays way above what his stats say. But Brian Dawkins also a demi. We got Clowney, Navarro, Shaz, and Hendricks. If I were you, I'd try to go pick up a coverage outside linebacker just in case you need them. It could come in handy for you every once in a while. But we got Aaron Donald, Minjo Green, John Randall, and Myles Garrett. So up front, you have some absolute monsters, Myles Garrett, John Randall, and Aaron Donald. I'm guessing you don't run Minjo a lot because you don't have him powered up and stuff, but still really good up front. And as far as corners go, we got Byron, Pat P, and Ramsey. Pat P is absolutely glitchy. I know that for a fact. Pat P is an absolute glitch. Honestly, I've only used Golden Ticket Ramsey. I have not used this Combine Ramsey yet. I'm guessing they have the same animations and they play the same because they are both Jalen Ramsey cards. But if that Jalen Ramsey card's ever slacking for you, I know for a fact that Pat P can sub in and just be an absolute demi. This Pat P card's absolutely ridiculous. So if you haven't tried out Pat P yet as well and you need a corner, go try Pat P out because that card's absolutely slept on in my opinion and also just absolutely disgusting. All right, so the next team here was sent in from Michael. He has an endgame offensive line. He's rocking Jonathan Ogden. Wow, he's really got Jonathan Ogden. That is a statement. This dude's balling. This dude is flexing on all of us right now with Jonathan Ogden in the lineup. I'm guessing he used a power-up pass, but if he didn't, that's some big baller activities for sure. But Evan Ingram, Tony G, two absolute goats. You got Randy Moss, T.O., and Julio Jones. I would like to see Michael Irvin at wide receiver 4 at least. That's what I would do just because of how good Michael Irvin is. He will slowly work his way up your receiving core up into number 1. I can almost guarantee that. Michael Irvin's an absolute glitch. But I usually don't get me wrong, Terrell Owens, Julio Jones, Randy Moss, just 3 absolutely amazing receivers in this game. We got Bojack and RG as well with 96 Okoye. I feel like these 3 together is a very, very common combination that we're seeing today. And also whenever you play head to head, you see these 3 guys on the same team a lot. Or sometimes they put Walter there too. You see Walter, RG, and Okoye. Probably the most common trio in Madden this year. But bro, honestly, on the offense, I wouldn't touch it. I know I said Michael Irvin, but bro, I wouldn't touch this team. Honestly, this team's disgusting. All right, on defense, I'm guessing we're gonna see a lot of the same. Yep, we are. Taylor Mays, Calvin Johnson at safety. I'm guessing that's not 99 Sean Taylor. If it is, I'd be concerned because this team's just not even fair. But we got Lawrence Taylor, Jadeveon Clowney, Willis, Shaz, Hendricks, Champ Bailey. Okay, no, this team's just too glitchy, bro. This team's too glitchy. Don't touch this team. This team's actually beautiful. It's actually bringing a tear to my eye how nice this team is. All right, so this team here was sent in from Lucas K. The offensive line definitely needs work. The O-line needs work. Brian Waters not powered up is definitely not cutting it. Ryan Jensen not powered up is definitely not cutting it. I know you have Ryan Jensen NAT, so if I were you, I'd fully power him up since you're going to have him for the long haul, I'm guessing. But yeah, definitely power some of these dudes up. And you got 100K. I know you're probably going to run out of coins, but it's definitely worth powering up offensive linemen and powering up cards in general. But at receiver, we got Randy Moss, Tyreek Hill, and Torrey Holt. I know I say this a lot, but I don't like Torrey Holt. You can definitely find better than him. But we got Bo Jackson, Lamar Jackson, and Franco Harris. Franco Harris actually isn't bad from what I've heard, but go ahead and power him up. Why not? All you need right now is just his power up and some training. So if I were you, I'd definitely power up Franco Harris. But yeah, on offense, just upgrade the O-line. I'm liking the tight end, Tony Gonzalez. I would try to get a backup tight end, honestly, because for me, I know I sometimes do run 2 tight end sets. Maybe try to get Kittle, like a good run blocker. Honestly, try out Mercedes Lewis too. Super good run blocker. Super slept on card in Madden this year. Card's actually pretty solid for a run blocker. Not a receiver, but as a run blocker, Mercedes can get the job done. But yeah, on offense, just offensive line, grab a backup tight end and get rid of Torrey Holt and power up Franco Harris, and you should be chilling. All right, so on defense, we got Dawkins not powered up. We got Tillman. So I don't like Tillman either. Tillman's just like Torrey Holt in my opinion. They're just both not good cards. I know they're like Mutt Master, Gold 99s, but those cards just don't play well for me. Putting Pat Tillman at a sub linebacker wouldn't hurt you, but you could definitely find some better strong safeties. Travis Jamal, Ed Reed. There's definitely some better options out there for strong safety. But yeah, you got to power up Brian Dawkins as well. Brian Dawkins is already really good, but when you power him up, it makes him that much better. I do like Clowney. I like Patrick Queen. Definitely a card I want to try out myself. But from what I've heard, this card is super, super solid. I like Von Miller, Byron Jones, Pat P, Akuda. So if I were you, I'd actually... No, you don't have powered up Pat P, though. Yeah, I'd power up Pat P and probably put him where Akuda is, in my opinion, just because I've seen how Akuda plays, and I know for a fact that Pat P plays better than Akuda. So if I were you, I'd power up Pat P and put him at cornerback 2. Up front, wow. Defensive tackle needs work. I don't know what exactly the plan was at defensive tackle, but Chris Jones is not that good to begin with, and Margus Hunt is not cutting it. He's just not cutting it. So go either go get Sapp, Alan Page, John Randall, Mean Joe Green. Those are all great options. And honestly, you can get either of the 49ers guys, Armstead, Buckner. There's so many better options than Chris Jones on the market right now. But I do like Chase Young too, and Michael Strahan. But other than that, you just got to upgrade defensive tackle, power up a couple players on defense, and work on the offensive line, and you should be chilling, my man. All right, so the last team today was sent in from Big Boy GG. He's rocking Villanueva, McDaniel, Stevenson, DeCastro, and Werb. So he's rocking 2 Steelers. He might be running some kind of Steelers theme team. It actually doesn't look like he is. He might be, actually. He has Byron Jones. He's definitely a Steelers fan. He's got to be a Steelers fan because he's got to be a Steelers fan. He's just got to be. He just got to be. But anyway, at tight end, we got Rob Gronkowski and Tony G. If I were you definitely need some kind of run blocker out there. So maybe try and pick up Hunter Henry's also a pretty good run blocker as well. I probably should have recommended him to the last guy as well. Hunter Henry's also a super good run blocker, but Mercedes Lewis and Hunter Henry are basically the same run blocker, so you can't go wrong with either of those guys in my opinion. But yeah, I'd definitely pick up one of those guys for that last slot. And also you have Ebron as well, another Steeler, which just proves my point even more. This guy's got to be a Steelers fan. But tight ends and offensive line looks really solid. At receiver, Irvin, Randy Moss, and Enunwa. So you basically have 3 of the top 7 receivers in this game right now. And when either Calvin or Larry does get an upgrade, I would get rid of Enunwa and replace that spot with either Calvin or Larry Fitzgerald, and sell Enunwa. Get your 300K or 250K and put that towards going to get one of those next cards. I do feel like Calvin and Fitzgerald are both going to be better than Enunwa golden ticket. So that's what I do to receiver in the future. But at running back, we got Walter and we got Josh Allen and Okoye. Definitely a solid trio right there. Moving over to defense, we got Brian Dawkins, Lawrence Taylor, Shaz, Khalil Mack, Taylor Mays. So the safeties, I love the safeties. 2 golden tickets, can't go wrong. We got Lawrence Taylor, Shaz, Willis, and Mack. Yeah, so you are rocking a lot of Steelers. I was going to say try to get a coverage outside linebacker, but because you're running this like little Steelers team, I guess you'd call it a Steelers team because you have a lot of Steelers on this team. You definitely have a lot of Steelers on this team. So honestly, if I were you, if you could, try to get your hands on Polamalu. Try to get your hands on Polamalu. Because that Polamalu card on a theme team is just super glitchy. And with Shaz too, yeah, dude, if you can get your hands on some more like top tier Steeler players, you're going to be chilling, bro. You're going to be absolutely chilling because, dude, a Steelers theme team is super good on defense. But we got Byron Jones with Steelers. We got Okuda, Willie Brown. Willie Brown, I have seen him play pretty good. But I also have seen him play very bad for some people. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on this card. But, if he works for you, I guess stick with it. But we got Myles Garrett, Sapp, Mean Joe, and Chase Young. Yeah, so as far as Warren Sapp goes, I might actually go pick up Warren Sapp just because of how good Warren Sapp has been playing against me. Even without abilities, Warren Sapp is just an absolute demon, bro. Dude just gets sheds. Dude's nasty in the run game. And he's actually pretty fast, too, which you wouldn't believe. It must be like his pursuit or something like that. This guy can literally run with Walter Payton on a good day. So I might actually go try Warren Sapp. So maybe play around with this. Maybe switch these 2 guys around. Maybe you'll find more luck with Warren Sapp. You never know, man. But other than that, this team's really solid. Or yeah, maybe I try to commit more to the Steelers team if you are a Steelers fan. Making a Steelers maybe making like a little Steelers theme team could be kind of fun for you and spice this game up a little bit because right now this game is super stale for everyone. So yeah, thanks for sending your team. I really do appreciate it, my man. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. It would really mean a lot. And if you do want to send me your teams, like I said earlier, there'll be a link in the description for the Discord. So go down there, join the Discord, and send your team into the Madden Teams channel. It really is that easy. And send a screenshot. The higher quality the photo, the more the chance you have of being featured. So please remember that as well. Please remember that. Screenshots are appreciated. And yeah, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We post daily Madden content, so you don't want to miss any of it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.